Hello there. It's your humble Ronin, here with another Ronin recap of Monday Night Raw. I hope you enjoyed my single, Odyssey of Reflection, available on all streaming platforms. If you're new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. Let's get into it. So, tonight is off the heel of the release of R-Truth and Carlito. The entire community, whether you hate them, love them, whatever, they all rally together and express their frustration and confusion in the release of R-Truth. But I think many people are getting the understanding of what happens when something you love becomes corporatized. So, I don't know if I would say that this was WWE. It was more than likely TKO. But it felt a little weird. But I can tell you one thing, the crowd made it known they were not happy. Let's get into it. Oh man, I fucked up again. Anyways, we had the first qualifying match. Stephanie Valkyrie made her debut in Raw. She won, as expected. I don't know how nobody else saw that coming, but I did. And that was a solid match. I knew that she was going to win. It was just, pretty obvious. We had a little bit of a promo with Rusev. He said something I really liked. And he was commenting on Sheamus. Yeah, Rusev has these one-liners in his promos that are just absolute fire. But he was like, your body is built of granite, but your neck is built of sand. I'm like, damn, bro. That is something you say to a man right before you plug him with a couple caps in that ass. But needless to say, that's going to be a very interesting match if they build it up correctly. But time will tell. And then we had a promo with Judgment Day. It felt weird because Carlito was not there. Every time they showed Judgment Day and Carlito was not there, it just felt really weird and empty. It was interesting. You can, and you know what? I'll give credit to Finn and Liv and Raquel and Jay and all of them for doing a pretty solid job of just kind of pretending as if it, everything is still the same. I'll give them credit for that. I'm sure it wasn't easy, but they did a good job. So, you can't hate them for trying to do their job and trying to do it as best as they can. So, I give them credit for that. I'm sure it wasn't easy, but hey, big ups to them. We have to at least give credit to where credit is due. And try not to be too critical of them, since they're it's out of their hands. Hey, shout out to Jack Reeves for stopping by. Really appreciate you always showing some love and support, man. Means the world to me. Really appreciate it. Hotep and build. So let's keep it pushing. We had a tag team match between Judgment Day and War Raiders, which was good. I have to admit, it was quite funny when the New Day got kicked out. They're great guys to love to hate. They're very entertaining. We had Roxanne for the save, so Judgment Day got the win. God, she's such a cute little thing, bro. But she is like at the exact same time. Be careful because that girl will shank you. She has that look of like that that sweet, kind girl, but like at the exact same time, you could tell that she probably has a couple blades in her purse. um, we then had a Becky Lynch promo, which I'm not sure how many people are a fan of the whole Becky Lyra feud. I know. Shout out to Bizarro. If you're someone who's on Twitter and you're interested in wrestling, I highly recommend you follow Bizarro Babyface. Uh, he's got some really good takes. He's seen the evolution of wrestling, so he definitely understands, and he comes at it from a very objective standpoint. So definitely check him out if that's something that you're really into, getting into the nitty gritty of understanding the workings of how this stuff is nowadays. We then had a bit of an interesting moment with Rhea Ripley and Stephanie Valkyr, which I think many people knew and saw this coming. That I mean, I knew that Stephanie was going to win Money in the Bank because for the qualifier, because I do not be surprised if Stephanie Valkyr wins the Money in the Bank. All right, because here's the thing, right? The few here's how I'm looking at it, right? When Bianca broke her fingers at WrestleMania, I think it threw off some plans because I think the plan was to keep Bianca and Rhea feuding, and not necessarily have Io there. And then you would have had Bianca and Rhea versus Roxanne and Gulia. But anyways, so I think they're looking to build a new feud, and it would make sense to have it be against Stephanie Valkyr and Rhea Ripley. That's what everyone wants to see. I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. Because make no mistake, they're going to push Stephanie Valkyr. And Rhea Ripley knows that. Liv Morgan knows that. And right now, these two women are like the faces of Raw, so to speak. Or I think you could make the case that they are the female faces of Raw at the moment. And Stephanie Valkyr, her presence in the female locker room, for better, is gonna make it worse for the other women. So I definitely think we're gonna see some interesting things. And what I mean by that is like, I think the feud between whoever they feud Stephanie with, things are gonna get personal real fucking quick. Because as they push Stephanie more and more, I'm just telling y'all, just prepared. It's gonna get feisty. We then had a promo with Becky Lynch, who I have to keep reminding myself that she is a straight woman married to Seth Rollins, because she calls herself the man. All right, you know, she's got the jawline of like a Scandinavian Viking god. So I can't tell sometimes. She be throwing me off here and there, but then I gotta remember that she popped out a baby, and she's married to Seth Rollins. So it's a little jarring at times. Also, that accent really throws me the fuck off. Can you imagine what she sounds like in bed? Like, imagine what it must sound like having Becky Lynch like talk talk dirty to you in bed with that voice. It's got to be weird. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it worked for Seth. I don't know. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm talking some nonsense, but hey, it is what it is. Let's keep it pushing. what happened next? Oh yeah, we had the tag team match between Jay and Sami Z versus Reed and Braun, and they were yeeting like crazy. Sami Z started dancing like the most goofiest white boy I'd ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what he was doing. And I thought they were going to go yeeting for like another 10 minutes. But thank you, Paul Heyman, for cutting that shit off. Whew. And I had a feeling the tag team match was going to be ugly. And it got ugly real fast. And then Seth Rollins came out of nowhere and screwed that shit up. Stomped Jey Uso's head in. And then CM Punk came in for the save because, yo, Sami Z is just a punching bag. He is just a punching bag. That's all I gotta say about that boy. And you could tell Seth Rollins he said he was gunning for CM Punk during the qualifying match, and whew, that was interesting. Oh man. And I tell you here, we have Liz, getting up in Finn's business when, she getting all pissed off when she was already pushing Dom to the front, doing her own little plan. It's interesting seeing them both kind of call each other out. So we'll see how it plays out. But like I said, the whole thing also felt empty too because Carlito wasn't there. It was just weird, man. But hey, it is what it is, right? And then we had the Pirate Princess. She coming out there to take on Raquel after beating Liv Morgan. And during this time, we had some crowd chanting for truth. It happened quite a few times throughout the night. And Raquel was wearing something feisty. She was looking real good. And then I was going to text this too. I was going to tweet this that I had a feeling that EO was going to come in for the save, and lo and behold, she did. And the Pirate Princess for the win, which could lead to a possible tag team match between Io Sky, the Pirate Princess, Raquel, and Liv. And then we got a glimpse of Karrion Kross, who is still employed. Thank the Lord. That was nice to see. We then had a promo with Roxanne speaking with Kathy. And poor Kathy thought that cute little Mexican chola was going to poke her full of holes. Man. If you should look that promo up. The way Roxanne was like eyeing her, like, oh, I just want to kill you. Oh my gosh, it was funny. She does play that character very well. This devious little punk. It's great. And then we got a promo with Gunther, who's still employed. Zippity doo-dah, that's a relief. He's still there. We then had the qualifying match for the Money of the Bank. We had El Grande, we had AJ, we had CM Punk. And I wasn't sure who was going to win this match, to be completely honest with you. We then had a pat down on El Grande Americano, which I felt was racist. He doesn't do anything wrong. Thought that was a little shameful. We then had a crowd chanting for R-Truth. And what I was not expecting was El Grande Americano for the win. I was not expecting that. CM Punk got ambushed by Seth and his crew. Sami Z and Jey Uso for the save. AJ Styles took out the whole crew. Came in to finish off what he started with El Grande. El Grande took out AJ and won. When CM Punk was just about to win the match too. So it then turned into chaos. The whole thing turned into chaos. Crazy. Crazy. I was not expecting a lot of what happened, to be completely honest with you. But it was an okay night. It felt weird. Like I said, the crowd was chanting "Our truth." We want truth. We want truth. You'll more than likely get some of that maybe at NXT tomorrow. You may get some of it at SmackDown. Who knows? Um, but the landscape is definitely changing. We'll see if they can keep people entertained. I know a lot of people aren't vibing with the show currently, and the release of Our Truth probably has definitely solidified a lot of people's disinterest. But then again, it's like you jump over to AEW and you're like, oh, Jesus. So, you got to pick your poison, I guess. Whether it's AEW, TNA, ECW, whatever it's going to be, you got to pick your poison. But I think most people, if mainstream wrestling continues to go corporate, the indies will win. All right, we're already seeing this with the movie scene. You're seeing a lot of independent or smaller budget films that get approval by bigger studios and they become hits. And even if they're with these directors who have mastered the art of making a hit film with just the right amount of money. So what I'm trying to say essentially is that as if WWE keeps on going corporate, if AEW keeps on going fucking Looney Tunes, I mean, the indies are gonna replace them. People are gonna be more invested in those, and WWE is gonna lose money. And I'm telling you right now, nowadays it's all word of mouth, right? So yeah, people are gonna keep going to the shows and paying for them, but I'm telling you right now, if they keep on doing it the way they're doing it, they're going to see the effect. Because not as many people are going to go to the shows. Not as many people are going to continue to keep streaming, and then they're going to be getting the wrath of the streaming services. So, sure to, and this is why I forgot who I was listening to earlier. Who was I listening to? Um, the Steve Richards show. I was listening to the clips, and they had a clip. They had their clip from with Carlito, and they had their clip with Our Truth. And essentially, what the guy was the retired wrestler was saying was that, like, listen, this is clearly corporate making these decisions, and the the more corporatized wrestling gets, the less interest people are going to want to have in it. And it doesn't matter how many promos or how many, um, ad sponsorships they get. I mean, it's kind of ridiculous what happened. I think I saw it in my likes. I'm gonna see if I can find it in my likes. Someone did something really, 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 really funny. If you haven't seen Ren and Stimpy, you're missing out. Where was it? Maybe was it in my replies? been in my replies. I want to find this because I thought it was really funny. The joke someone made about, yeah, here it is. Here's right here. It's WrestleMania telling you now. We're only a year away from WWE doing this, and then it's the United States Championship belt. It's a United States Championship belt, but it's McDonald's. And this is something that I'm telling you will more than likely could happen. Like, if it keeps on getting corporatized, you're going to get this. You know, and here's one thing for me. It's already jarring enough to have the it's already jarring enough when you're looking at the ring and you got like Slim Jim logo and you got like the Prime logo. And like, here, what's really weird is they have the giant Prime bottle there, and then they have the Prime drinks on the side. And I'm like, well, why are they there? No one's drinking them. I don't get it, man. Some of it I just don't get. Do I gotta fix this? Let me see if I gotta fix this. Yeah. Crap. I'm gonna fix something real quick. So we're gonna check out the highlights real quick, and I just wanna prep for that. So, we'll go with this one instead. Okay. All right, let's check out the highlights. Let's get to it.
In the NBA Finals, and these people would like to see you pay your debt, sir. He's been working out. He's been running miles and miles and miles. Michael Cole. Yeah, buddy! This man's jacked.
Look at that.
Look at these tats.
Michael Cole.
Look at these tattoos. Indiana Pacer legend TJ McConnell, who's going to come into Oklahoma and do
You know, when they said he was going to wear a tank top, I thought they were going to make this dude wear like a ridiculous tank top, but you know, that's a relief. I saw a segment of that man getting ketchup and mustard poured on him by John Cena. Seems like this dude's been through it. Oh, wait, hold on.
His name is John Cena. I cut my teeth in this company coming to places just like this, hearing everybody go absolutely banana for John Cena, and now the tables have turned, ladies and gentlemen.
Banana.
He's public enemy number
Cena.
one because
Nice
he
one.
sold his soul to a bald fraud goof. And when I win Money in the Bank, if I so choose, John Cena, I've always had your number. I'm gonna come and pick the bones, you little bitch. Because we are live. It is Monday night, and ladies and gentlemen, I am no longer just happy to be here. Yes, it still is all about the money, but it is time CM Punk became champion one more time.
Yeah, that didn't happen, CM Punk, did it? That did not happen tonight. Yeah, you lost. You lost. We had a nice promo from Valkyrie.
La lucha libre no es solo mi carrera, es mi pasión.
I really like her.
Es mi vida,
I'll be
es
honest
todo lo
with
que
you.
yo soy.
I prefer her vibe more than I prefer Rita Ripley's.
Por televisión. Y desde ahí
And that's just me personally. And here's my thing.
Sabía que mi destino era
And I
lograr
could be
hazañas que
completely
nunca
wrong.
nadie había
I
logrado.
just feel like
Y eso es exactamente lo que he hecho.
Stephanie is just more authentic. Maybe it's just me. I could be wrong, but I personally feel Stephanie's just more authentic than Rita.
Soy la primera sudamericana en convertirme en campeona de WWE. Y ahora,
Devil's
el
Kiss,
Dark
baby.
llega a Raw para hacer lo que siempre he hecho: dominar.
All right, let's keep it pushing.
Cross body. Julia and Alexa Bliss in the women's field.
Here we go, baby.
Stepping
Here we
up over
go.
the top.
Is this it? Nope. Damn.
Liv caught her with a kick.
Sunset flip off a springboard crossbody. Stephanie Vaquer, 100 miles an hour to start this.
Vaquer, La Prima, former NXT and NXT North American champion, only woman to hold both at the same time. Booker T! Not bad. The Devil's Kiss from Stephanie Vaquer.
Oh, yeah. That's my
Listen to
Booker
this
T
place.
impersonation from NXT.
From Stephanie Vaquer to Liv Morgan's face, eating Slim Jim ring.
Ivy Nile knows all about Vaquer. Vaquer knocked out Nile back in April.
Hey!
Oh, and Liv Morgan breaks things up with a basement drop kick. Naomi, oh, big cross body. Julia and Alexa Bliss in the women's field come Saturday. Stephanie up over the top. And Liv caught her with a kick.
Sunset flip off a springboard crossbody. Stephanie Vaquer, 100 miles an hour to start this.
Vaquer, La Prima, former NXT and NXT North American champion, only woman to hold both at the same time. Booker T! Not bad. The Devil's Kiss from Stephanie Vaquer. And listen to this place.
That is punishment. From Stephanie Vaquer to Liv Morgan's.
Stephanie Valkyrie for the win, baby. As expected.
And Ivar's probably worse than the table.
Bro, New Day, man. Too funny.
And Ivar's probably worse than the table. It's worse to get hit by And Ivar's probably worse.
Donna just exits the ring as Ivar calls for war in Tulsa.
Balor may want to exit the ring as well. Incoming!
Damn.
That's a bigger than a bucking bull.
And now Ivar. Uh-oh, he's going to go up top.
I'll be honest with you. I would love to see Nia Jax
From up there.
move
Hey,
Oh, wait a minute.
Roxanne Perez.
a little bit
out on the
more
apron,
like the War Ladies.
distracting Ivar. JD McDonough takes advantage face first off the post.
That's just me personally.
JD McDonough just
Here she
I
is.
have only been back for 6 weeks, and
Oh,
already
the man.
Lyra has cost me the tag team championship.
I can't get over Becky
and she
Lynch,
has
bro.
cost
This
me my
woman is a
chance in
character
the Money
to
in the
me.
Bank ladder match, and yet she talks about how I'm the one who takes all the opportunities. She has become an echo chamber for the ignorant and morally confused who do not understand what greatness is and what it takes, and therefore will never achieve it. She has forgotten everything that I have done for her. That every moment in her career with glimpses of greatness has been because of me. In NXT, when she won the title and I raised her hand. when she became a double champ at WrestleMania because of me. She had the greatest match of her career at Backlash because of me. But at Money in the Bank, Lyra is in a lose-lose situation because, say, on the off chance she does win and I can never challenge for the Intercontinental Championship again, well, that'll be the worst thing that ever happened to her because I am the best thing that ever happened to her. But when I win, oh, when I win, she will have to hold up my hand. The same hand that is going to hold her down.
Why don't you put your money where your mouth is and let's give Tulsa a little preview and do this right now!
These two Celtic warriors going at it.
I don't fight in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Let's see what this is all
See
about.
you in Los Angeles at Money in the Bank.
Lyra fired up, confident, emotional tonight, and she's not going to take that as she rushes now down the entranceway to attack Becky, and the fight is now on.
Becky's fighting in Tulsa because she's getting her ass kicked by Lyra here.
The Intercontinental Champion, the women's champion now, taking it to Becky Lynch. Officials trying to separate these two. This is an emotional powder keg heading into Saturday at Money in the Bank.
Did he just say a delusional powder keg?
Yeah,
I'd say that's about it.
Becky's pushed all the buttons.
I'd say they both
Push
a little
Lyra
bit
over the edge.
delusional.
Will it be to Becky's advantage or Lyra's advantage come Saturday with the championship on the line?
Lyra said she had to get mad. She's unlocked a completely different side of herself. And it's going to be the side that's going to dominate Becky at Money in the Bank.
And these two characters. These two freaking characters.
Told you Sammy was going to get oozy tonight.
I wonder if they're gonna show Sami Z's dance. He had this ridiculous ass dance.
We're all yeeting in Tulsa.
Big tag team match for main event Jey Uso, the world champ, and of course Sami Zayn tonight. I wish I could do a show in a tank top every week.
Nope. Oh, there it is. Look at this dance. Bro, what is Sami Z doing? Dude's ridiculous.
Get down! Bronson, get down! And Punk! CM Punk is here! Punk saves the day! Punk with a steel chair! Punk saving Zayn! Taking out Reed! for CM Punk, or Sami Zayn would be in a hospital tonight. CM Punk told Sami earlier tonight, I have your back. In this situation with Rollins and his new running buddies.
I mean, I have no idea how this night ends if CM Punk doesn't save Sami there.
If it wasn't for Punk, that would have been total and utter destruction.
We know where he's going to be later tonight. We've got him right where we want him. Trust me.
Sage advice by Rollins because Punk's in that triple threat later tonight to try to qualify for the Money in the Bank contract ladder match. Punk better hope Sami and Jey Uso have his back later on.
Interesting stuff. What's this? What's this? Which one is this? What's this? What's this? Oh, yeah.
Raquel reeling.
This is where Io Sky comes in for the save.
Into the corner with a running forearm.
Huge forearm from Kairi Sane, who's comfortable in the sky.
And going up top for the insane elbow, but Liv Morgan causing the distraction. And here comes the world champ. Io Sky said we're not going to have any
Io
of that
Sky
tonight.
for the save, baby. Yo, and I called this too. I you know, when Liz tried to test Io Sky, I was like, bro, Liz, you ain't about that life.
Raquel.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. And then we were blessed to see Karrion Kross is still employed.
Please, I gotta talk. Sammy, you're right. That looked very rough. Hey, what the hell is your problem, huh?
We'll see for how long.
No, what's your problem with me? What is your problem with me? Why are you hovering over me for the last couple of months? What is your obsession with me, huh? Because I think you're a liar. That's my problem with you. That's why. I think you lie to them. I think you lie to the people at home. And worst of all, I think that you lie to yourself. You could have been a world champion 10 times over if you did what you knew you really had to do. Because I know you're capable of doing very terrible things to people. Sammy, you're not a good guy.
You're not a
You're a
good guy.
bad guy. Just like the rest of us. You're wrong. You know what, Sammy? I might be wrong. But I might be right, too.
I do not know why they're not utilizing Karrion Kross. The man is... It's bullshit, bro. It's bullshit. It's just bullshit at this point. And I don't know why SmackDown had a random-ass Gulia promo on Raw, but hey, whatever.
One
Let's
goal.
go for it.
It's not to be the
She's
best.
pretty deadly. I like her.
Everyone say that.
Deadly,
It's
sexy.
hollow and empty. My goal is to be indisputable. You can love me or hate me. Admiration or disgust. It means nothing. But I'm impossible to deny.
Julia is going to Money in the Bank.
My opponent doesn't matter because I only view them as an opportunity to build upon my legacy. Evidence you cannot refute. SmackDown, you will see. I will hit harder, move faster, think sharper, and conquer everything just like I've always done. The question isn't who's going to let me. It's who's gonna stop me. 止めれるもんなら止めてみな。
Well, there we have it. The most random ass promo on WWE Monday Night Raw. And then we had Gunther, which was nice to see. He's still employed. That's joyful to know. You never know nowadays.
And
I can see you really try to be a great champ. But because you refuse to think with your head instead of your heart, is why I'm gonna take it. You're a great guy, Jay. You're selfless in a very selfish business. Sammy needed you tonight, huh? What's the result? 1 week out, not at 100%. I'm very sure if Punk gets in trouble tonight, you'll be there for him. And 2 days before you defend the World Heavyweight Championship against me, you compete in a tag team match at Saturday night's main event. Because it's important to Cody.
What do you guys think? Who do you think? You think Gunther's gonna take it back?
On their good friend Jay.
You think they're gonna give it back to Gunther?
It's
Or they're
no
gonna keep it on Jey
business
Uso?
of the World Heavyweight Champion. So I want to thank you. Because ever since the day I lost to you at WrestleMania, I knew I would avenge it. And right now, you're making it very, very easy for me. Jay, in 1 week, the party is over.
I think they're gonna keep it on Gunther. It just makes sense.
The WWE.
It just makes sense. I mean, they're gonna keep it on Jay.
Sending El Grande into Punk. Punk looks to deliver to go to sleep, but he's caught. Intercepted by Americano. Angle lock now on Punk. Is Punk going to tap out? Rolls through Americano. Caught by Styles. Styles now in position. Styles clash. AJ Styles head to Los Angeles. CM Punk breaking things up.
Jeez.
What a match. Styles clash. So close, Pat.
So close. CM Punk was down. That could have been it.
Indeed it is, as these three men battle it out in the triple threat match. AJ Styles, that's vintage Styles there. And now CM Punk dunks underneath into a neck breaker. Punk cover.
El Grande, boy. El Grande. Wait, they're not going to show it? Damn, I thought they were going to show it. I thought they were going to show El Grande.
Sami Zayn back into the fight. And Big Bronson Reed just steamrolling Zayn.
A lot of meat out here. Bronson and Braun Breaker unleashed like two rabid dogs.
And Rollins with a stomp to Zayn.
In those steel-toed boots. Seth freaking
And a
Rollins.
stomp to
Bro,
Punk.
Seth looked like...
Jey Uso back into the fight.
Seth looked like a
Well, the number's too much
90s
for
martial
Jey.
arts villain
Breaker with a spear.
with that outfit on.
And with Jey and now a stop to Jey Uso. Rollins seeks power.
That's what he looked like, bro.
Absolute power. And he's on his way.
Oh, we've seen this before.
Well, Gunther, Jey Uso should have listened to Gunther. Gunther warned him. You're spreading your tsunami!
Oh, no.
I just like the tweet. I'm going to show you
He's
it
got a
real
tag
quick.
team match on Saturday.
After we're done
Gunther
covering this.
next Monday.
Oh, damn. They cut it off right when he... Yo, they fucked Jey Uso up. They fucked Jey Uso up. But I like this video. I wanted to show it to you. There were a lot of chants on throughout the show where you could hear them literally chanting, "We want truth, we want truth." I think we're going to be hearing that for a while. They're going to be, they literally, like, throughout the entire night, they would chant it. It was for, like, 30 seconds to a minute. I'm pretty sure it was longer, but, because you're watching it live, they have the ability to kind of, like, mute it or, like, overlay it with crowd noise. So, to say the least, I think you're going to be hearing people expressing their frustrations for quite some time. And I don't think the people upstairs at TKO really understand the consequences of their own actions. And I'm sure there are some people at WWE that try to tell them, "Hey, this is, it's not going to work out well for you." Or maybe they didn't care. I don't know. We won't know. We won't really know the truth unless some leaks and internal conversations come out or what have you. But I don't think we'll hear anything like that until maybe next week. Maybe after all the events. Yeah, probably after the next weekend's events. We probably won't really hear any of the juicy details. But I'm telling you, they're mad. They're frustrated. And I don't blame them. I'm frustrated as well. It's a damn shame what they did. Damn shame. But yeah. All in all, it was okay. It was a good night. It kept me entertained. And for the most part, that's what matters to me in the end, is that I'm entertained and I have a relatively decent Monday night. And I did, for the most part. But it does feel a little weird, and when people continue to do their chanting for quite a while, it's going to be weird. I think the next episode, this month is just going to be weird. It's just going to be a weird month for the wrestling community, especially as more releases continue to happen, which I think more are going to happen more than likely. We just got to strap in to see who they are. But if you made it this far, please leave a comment with your thoughts below. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. And until next time, stay positive, stay focused, stay true, and much love.